Hello everybody and welcome to the face reading of the people in the news. For those of you who are with me today for the first time, if you get interested in the subject of face reading, you can watch my YouTube's face reading introduction and or face reading 101. You can also buy my book, of course, Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships. It's available on Amazon.com. Today I will be talking about the Wonder Woman, or to say more accurately, a woman who played the Wonder Woman in the latest version of the movie, the one and only Gal Gadot. The Israeli model and actress who is 32 years old and already appeared in 12 or 13 movies, mostly action movies like Fast and Furious, Keeping Up with the Joneses, and her latest movie, of course, The Wonder Woman. Here she is on the screen and here she is off the screen, filming the latest episode of the movie while being 5 months pregnant. And the reason I chose to do the reading on her is not because she acted in many films, but because it seems to me that so far, and I repeat, so far, she does not appear to get carried away by her fame. Becoming a successful actress did not yet make her change who she is, not physically and not emotionally. It's painful to see how many actors and actresses, once become known, rush to cater to the society's very unhealthy demands, to look a certain way, to be dressed in a certain way. Shortly, they put on a mask and later they do not know how to take it off. Then they do boob jobs, facelifts, their smiles become plastic, their photos are always photoshopped, and not this girl. Here she is on the screen as a Wonder Woman, and here she is in her everyday life. No Botox, no trimming of her eyebrows, no boob job. In fact, she refused to do a boob job when asked to do it for the role of Wonder Woman. And her role model is my favorite actress, Audrey Hepburn. Full eyebrows, you see, natural body, no fixer uppers, and yet beautiful and feminine. Okay, I am getting carried away. By now you know how I feel about all these artificial changes that people make. They are unhealthy most of the time and lead to mental and emotional confusion. Now let's get back to Gal Gadot. First, her personality, the qualities she acquired growing up in response to the way she was nurtured and educated. Personality, as you know, is embodied in the form of the face. Remember the chart from the Face Reading 101 YouTube? Out of 12 faces, it appears that her face is most similar to what shape? Look and decide quickly. Yep, this one. Yes, Gal Gadot has a sun face. Here, for you to practice, you can see the similarity in the shapes excuse me, of the faces. So, the sun. As a sun, Gal is the least aggressive of all personalities from the sanguine family. She does not do things to conquer, to prove herself. Whatever she does, it's because of who she is. Though sociable and a great company if invited, if not invited, she is just fine. Out of sight, out of mind is how she operating. Usually people with the sun face are detached and aloof and distant and often mistakenly perceived as arrogant. But in truth they are not arrogant. They are simply comfortable being on their own. They form few close relationships and are very, very choosy who they pick as friends. A sun may choose to be in a romantic relationship only when they decide it's time for them to be in one. Even then they will need a lot of space and time for themselves. Someone who wants to be with a partner all the time will make them feel suffocated, and they will quickly find a way out of such a relationship. The sun are good listeners, good learners, but unless they are asked, they don't share their ideas readily. People usually like to be around them because the sun do not impose their ideas on anyone and usually know more than they say. Like the Mercury personality, remember the triangular face? They're capable of both having original creative ideas as well as seeing old ideas in a new way. If you have seen interviews with Gal, it appears that she is a chatterbox, so outgoing. But if she would not be asked to be in the public eye, she would be just fine. That's her personality. Where someone with the Venus personality, for example, will do anything to get attention. So here she is, close and personal. Let's take a look at her inner face and outer face. Remember, when the inner face is too big for the outer face, a person is overly sensitive. If the inner face is too small compared to the outer face, a person is insensitive. It looks to me that Gal's inner face is the medium size and the outer face is the medium size as well. So she bites as much as she can chew, so to speak. She is emotionally balanced. Her upper lip is a Venus lip. Here where her charming way of communicating is coming from. Though with the personality of the sun, lips are Venus lips, so she knows how, unlike the usual sun, she knows how to charm through speech. Her lower lip worries me a little. Often people whose lower lip is disproportionately larger than the upper lip, like it's here, have digestive problems. It looks pretty on her, but may be a problem. Now her ears, they're close to the skull, meaning that Gal is not super independent. Though the sun are usually quite independent, Gal may have a bit of a problem with being free from other people's influence. And finally, the eye color. Though the detached sun usually have gray or blue eyes, her eyes are brown. The eyes of a warm, loving Venus rather than a detached sun. So the lady sun is not so detached after all. Remember, if the shape of the face tells us one thing, like sun shape tells us about the detachment, but the features tell us something opposite, like Gal's brown Venus eyes and the Venus mouth, then the latter overrides the former, meaning that Gal in her relationships is more like a Venus. Yet, when it comes to a general attitude about life and circumstances, she lives as a detached sun. And now her temperament. She's clearly a sanguine. Here on this picture you can see the jaw going down pretty much 90 degrees. And then the chin protruding and the forehead tilted back. Yet there is something else you may see. Look at this picture. Can you see some nervous cast? The green lines? So what do we know about Gal's temperament, the qualities she came into this world with, her nature? Well, as a sanguine, she is very active, muscle coordinated, good for being a Wonder Woman, loves sports and competition, has a short attention span and short temper. She is generous, gets easily bored, can be quite impulsive, but is a great communicator and fun to be with, because you never know what's next. If you want predictability, safety and quiet, she is the wrong company. Having a nervous cast brings to the table greater sensitivity, creativity and the ability to think fast and find ways to maneuver in any situation. So what's behind the appearance of the Wonder Woman? And what's behind the appearance of the actress? It is natural impulsiveness and courage, generosity and fun-loving, creativity and sensitivity, and also the ability to be passionate, to speak seductively, to be loyal and caring, and not to be overly attached to the outcome. which is, in truth, the key to being free. Combined with the commitment to stay down to earth, to be a good wife and mother, not to cater to the demands of the crowd, how son it is of her, Gal Gadot has the potential to be not only a successful actress, but also a happy person. It is indeed refreshing to watch her being interviewed. And that is all for Wonder Woman Gal Gadot. Thank you for being with me today. Peace to all who want to be in peace.